Hello everyone, good morning all of you. In the last lecture, we also completed the parts of evidences, that is the biochemical as well as the physiological evidences. Now, today we will focus on another next topic of our syllabus, that is the evidences, that is the embryological evidences. Okay, so evidences from the comparative embryology. Okay, so let's get started today's lecture. So we know very well one of the most fascinating sources of evidence for the validity of Darwinian theory of evolution, okay, so has come from studies of a comparative embryology, right? And the suspicious of a common ancestry for very diverse sets of organisms from comparative anatomical studies have been supported by embryological data. Okay, so it means the all Darwinian theories it will of evolution is totally depends or totally uh, compare with the comparative embryology. Okay, so as Darwinian evolution suggested that the more complex organism would have achieved their state by elaborating on the existing development patterns of more primitive forms. Okay, so one would expect to find that the certain relatively simple organism and more complex ones have many initial developmental steps in is common. Okay, so that's why we have today we will focus on this topic of the embryological evidences, that is the comparative embryological evidences. Okay, so comparative embryological studies have revealed that there was one developmental patterns that could be viewed as having undergone a series of branching. Okay, so all multicellular animals start their development as a single zygote. You know very well. Okay, it means the all multicellular uh, organisms it will be developed, or it will be the start their development as a single zygote, right? And the series of mitotic division increase in a cell number as well as increase in the cell number until the fundamental germ layers. Okay, as well as the until a blastula is formed. Okay, so after the blastula formation, the developing embryo again forming two stages. Okay, which stages? That is the ectoderm and endoderm. Okay, so during the after the ectoderm or endoderm, that time blastula it will be the uh, enter into the gastrulation phase. Okay, after the differentiation of the ectoderm and endoderm in the gastrula, the third germ layer it will be formed. That germ layer is called the mesodermal layer. Okay, so that is the one particular uh, pattern of the any kind of embryology. Okay, it means the any kind of the development pattern of the uh, fish to the man. Okay, so that is the one particular comparative embryological pattern. Okay, so this is the one particular uh, pattern that first of all the zygote is formed, after that the blastula, and the in the blastulation ectoderm and endoderm it will be the form, and after the ectoderm and endoderm that germ layers after the enter the gastrulation phase, and in the gastrulation phase ectoderm and endoderm is differentiated in the help of one layer. That layer is called the mesoderm. Okay, so this is the one particular comparative embryological evidences. Okay, Another one more point we have discussed here, the one particular Darwinian evolution. Okay, so it is the one particular the embryological aspects which may compel one to believe in a Darwinian evolution. So it is most commonly observed that the embryos of higher animals repeat many of the stages. Okay, so did that repeat many of the stages through which originally used by sorry which is the embryo of the higher animals have passed. Okay, and that process or that process we call it as a recapitulation. Okay, and this concept is originally by used is a Hornbear. Okay, in 1792 to 1876. Okay, so that Hornbear indicated that the some of the developmental stages of an organism are similar to some of the development stages of its ancestor. Okay, so they have revealed that it means the developmental stages of the organism is very much similar to the ancestors also. It means the one where it will be compare the embryological study of the ancestors. Okay, so that is the one particular recapitulation. It means the recapitulation is a repetition or repeat procedure. It will be occur in the embryology. Okay, so the another one more point we have discussed here, that is the Haeckel in 1866 they have modified the concept of recapitulation. Okay, and that concept the Haeckel it will be concept into biogenetic law. Okay, so they have stated that the ontogeny recapitulate phylogeny. Okay, so that is it in its development the individual passes through stages like the adult stage of its ancestor. Okay, so they also stated that that is the one particular similar fashion. It means the all stages to the like stages that the adult to the adult stage. Okay, so individual passes through the stages like the adult. Okay, so another one more point we have seen here, the what is the embryological, what is the comparative embryology we have seen in the all these embryos, that is the fish, salamander, tortoise, chick, pig, cow, rabbit and man. Okay, you have seen here that there are numerous examples of a recapitulation phenomena, but the during embryonic development you have seen here the during the early embryonic stages in the series all the embryos look very much alike. Okay, all have similar pharyngeal arches and pharyngeal clefts. Okay, so you have seen the pharyngeal clefts as well as the pharyngeal arches are similar in all embryos. Okay, in that picture. So as well as in the you have seen at a somewhat later stage in the series the limb bud is also there. Okay, the limb bud is the primordia of a fore and hind limbs are forming in all the embryos. Okay, so in a similar way strong resemblance you have seen here, the strong resemblance of the limb bud. Okay, it means the hind limb as well as the forelimb to be formed in a same fashion in all embryos. Okay, so that is the one particular limb bud is in the similar way. Okay, so another one more point we have seen here, the gills at this stage some gills have formed from the tissue lining the clefts of both fish and salamander. You have seen the fish and salamander picture. In that picture we have seen here the gills as well as the gills clefts you have seen here Okay, both the fish and salamander. Okay, so embryo has developed features that indicate the fairly it's a definite nature. Okay, so this is the one particular comparative embryological evidences. So this is the picture of complete picture of the comparative embryology. Okay, fish, salamander, tortoise, chick, pig, and cow, rabbit, as well as the man. So this is it for today. Thank you very much.